Few things in the automotive world have remained consistent for 75 years. In spirit, purpose, and, to an extent, execution, the bloodline of the Jeep Wrangler has done so. The direct descendant of the Jeep military runabout whose production for the U.S. Armed Forces started in 1941, the 2016 Wrangler remains a preeminent off-roader with an instantly recognizable face, even as it has grown into a larger, heavier, and more comfortable device serving civilians. Jeep marks its icon's Diamond Jubilee by offering cushy 75th anniversary editions of several models. We strapped our test equipment to the coolest of the lot, a Wrangler Unlimited 75th edition. The 2016 Wrangler 75th editions start out as mid-grade Wrangler Sahara models before being loaded up with $4,680 worth of extras, most of which could never have been imagined by the factory workers at Ford and Willys as they scrambled to assemble more than 500,000 GPs between 1941 and 1945. While gear-laden GIs would have been lucky to sit on anything comfier than a sheet metal bench while traversing crater-riddled roads in wartime Europe, our test Wrangler boasts heated front seats and a rear bench upholstered in saddle-culled leather and mesh fabric, with red stitching and commemorative logos embossed at shoulder level. The gauge rings, door handles, and even bezels don a metallic bronze color called Moroccan Sun, and the floor is protected by all-weather slush mats. Outside, the 75th edition gets bronzer-hued bumpers and 17-inch wheels, a power dome hood, and a specific to this model color option, Sarge Green, which practically makes onlookers stand up and salute. Our test example came with additional options totaling nearly $9,000. A big chunk of that sum went into the roof, $1,785 to swap the Wrangler's epically complex folding soft top for the three-piece, rigid Freedom top, which was then coated in $1,100 worth of Sarge Green paint and padded with a fancy $495 headliner. Another $1,350 was added for the 5-speed automatic transmission with hill descent control, while remote start cost another $495. Other options included automatic climate control $395, a navigation-equipped infotainment system with a 6.5-inch touchscreen $600, and an audio system with 9 Alpine speakers, including an all-weather subwoofer under the cargo floor $945. Finally, our 75th edition came with a $1,500 locking rear differential that's not available on standard Saharas and also brings 3.73:1 front and rear axle ratios. The Wrangler is Mini-like in its list of personalization options, as with Mini, ticking every box that strikes your fancy as costly, at $48,630. This one was far and away the most expensive Wrangler we've ever tested, and at £4,598, it was also the heaviest by a 13-pound margin. If past is prologue, the whole point here, we'd predict that this Wrangler Unlimited 75th edition would make a poor showing on the track but generate big smiles when driven off-road. Like every Wrangler that has passed through our hands since the model was refreshed for 2012, our test example was powered by FCA's 3.6-litre V6 that makes 285 horsepower and 260 lb-ft of torque. Our truck's optional 5-speed automatic transmission, a 6-speed manual, is standard as the same unit that was in both Wrangler Unlimited Rubicons that we tested in 2012, one of which emerged victorious in a comparison test against a Mercedes-Benz G550. True to form, and slightly hamstrung by a green engine, this Wrangler wheezed its way to 60 miles per hour in 8.4 seconds, 0.6 to 0.8 seconds slower than the aforementioned Rubicons, which had the advantage of 4.10 to 1 axles and passed through the quarter-mile mark in 16.6 seconds at 83 miles per hour. Braking from 70 miles per hour required 209 feet, 5 feet more than both of the Rubicons, and the most it could muster in lateral grip was 0.63 grams, Splitting the difference between the knob-bit Iron Rubicons 0.61 and the short wheelbase Wrangler Sahara 0.65 that we also tested in 2012. Not only are the numbers modest, but also seeking out this Jeep's on-road limits can be rather terrifying as speeds and forces climb. Our test driver complained of dull, lifeless steering, copious body roll, and a soft brake pedal at our Mojave Desert testing site, all of which became more than theoretical when we struggled to keep pace with him on our journey back to civilization. Granted, we were trying to follow a Porsche 911, but the Wrangler's exaggerated body motions, intrusive stability control, and tires that always feel underinflated by 10 pounds per square inch would have made keeping up with a Toyota Sienna a white-knuckle affair. It's probably a good thing that the stability control steps in early and often, to prevent the driver from overcooking it. On the highway, aerodynamics and ride choppiness are issues. Getting to 80 miles per hour requires 15.2 seconds. Lifting off the throttle at 80 miles per hour erases speed so quickly it's like tapping the brake pedal. Add a little crosswind and steering the Wrangler becomes a busy exercise. At that speed, the ride quality borders on traumatic. At any speed over 60 miles per hour, the cacophony renders the optional Alpine sound system an utter waste of $945. And yet, the Wrangler remains utterly charming. The complete opposite of a sports car, the Wrangler Unlimited delivers fun in its own way. When driven slowly, the bouncy ride can be experienced as whimsical. Remove the roof panels, and it's a tanning salon. Take off the doors, and it's a new friend magnet. Fold the windshield, not a great idea on the road but amazing off-road, and you'll experience the great outdoors in a way only a dirt bike can approach. Admittedly, we didn't do extensive off-roading with this one, but what we did do constituted the happiest moments we spent with it. While the 75th version wouldn't be quite as unstoppable as the hardcore Rubicon, with its disconnectable front anti-roll bar, locking front and rear differentials, beefy skid plates, and more, we felt nothing but confidence venturing down unfamiliar trails in the Angeles National Forest. This is why people buy Wranglers. The highway miles are just the means of reaching the backcountry without use of a trailer. The Unlimited's 4 doors and large cargo hold make the Wranglers appealing attributes available for families and groups of friends who want to go exploring together but should not be construed as making it the equivalent of mainstream SUVs designed for the suburban carpool. If that's what you're after, stick with the Grand Cherokee. You could get into a pretty nicely equipped one at this Wrangler Unlimited sticker price. Jeep's loyal following is nothing if not nostalgic and Wrangler-dedicated, so the company should have no problem selling these special models just as well as it moves regular ones, despite how different and more expensive they are than their Y-era progenitors. We're not sure what's most interesting about this Jeep, how much it has changed in its details, or how little it has changed in its character.